Hi, welcome to Road to Larapinta. I'm Adrian, and in 9 days time I'm going to be running the London Marathon. But I thought I'd take the opportunity this morning just to get out and take in one more sunrise before I jump on a plane this afternoon. And it'll also give me a chance to go through what some of the predictions are for how I might go next week in the race in London. For the time being, I'm just going to enjoy this morning for a little bit more because this is absolutely sensational. Okay, so just before Claire went off to Canberra for the marathon, we had a look at a few different predictive tools to get some sort of a gauge of how fast she was going to run. So we thought we'll have a look at those same tools and see what they suggest for me for London. Now, the first thing we looked at was Garmin on your watch, which will spit out a race prediction. And if I remember rightly, for Claire, they predicted 3:36, which in the end she beat quite comfortably. For me, Garmin is currently saying 3:34.
Is this some kind of joke?
And although I'm not sure I'll beat it as comfortably as Claire did, I'm still very much hoping to beat Garmin. The next prediction we looked at with Claire was the VDOT Calculator based on a recent race performance and based on her half marathon performance the week before. That was predicting 3:32 for Claire, which again she beat. Now here's where it gets a bit tricky for me because I didn't finish that half marathon. I stopped halfway and gave up, so I can't use that in the same way for the calculator. And the last time it turns out that I did a full effort race was a 5k race back in January, which I did in 21:35, stinking hot day, but oddly enough you stick that into the VDOT calculator and it predicts time. I can't remember exactly what, I think it was 3:28. I'll put the right numbers up on the screen when I do the edit. But certainly faster prediction than Claire's half marathon, which doesn't seem quite right to me because I'm pretty sure that Claire's 1:42 half marathon was a way better performance than a 21:35 5k. So it just sort of shows that trying to use a 5k performance to predict a marathon is a bit dodgy, really. So there's that. Then the next tool we looked at was a Yasso 800 workout, which we did together, and that was the most optimistic of the predictors. For Claire, it predicted a 3:24. For me, that predicts a 3:22,
Like a rat out of an aqueduct.
which I'm pretty sure is wildly optimistic. There's no way I'm going to finish in 3:22. There is another tool that I found, which is Tanda, and I'll put a link in the description below. That sucks in 55-ish days of your Strava history and looks at the volume of running you've been doing, the pace you've been doing, and choose it all out and suggest what sort of marathon form you're in. And if I do that right now, that suggests 3:26 for me, which again I think feels a little bit on the optimistic side. I'm surprised that all these predictors are throwing out times for me slightly quicker than they did for Claire, when in the last few weeks Claire was absolutely smashing me at every workout, it seemed. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means. And I spoke to Claire yesterday, still very happy with her camera performance, as she should be, and she wanted it noted that her prediction for me in London is 3:28 and 15 seconds. So the gauntlet is down for me to absolutely come in under 3:30, but also to see if Claire's prediction can get as close to my actual result as I did. If you remember, I predicted 3:29.30 for Claire. She came in 3:30 and 13 seconds, so I was out by 43 seconds. That's
maybe not perfect, but damn near close.
That means that in terms of predictive tools, on the evidence we have so far, your running partners, your training buddies, probably have a better idea than all the technology, all the fancy algorithms. So ask the people around you, how good am I? What am I actually going to do? What do you think? And see amongst your friends, are your people better than your tech at predicting how well you're going to go? Let's see. Oh, this is such a beautiful morning. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for me for today, and then wraps it up, I guess, for this this training block. The next run I do will be in the green and pleasant lands of the south of England.
It's so green.
If you want to know how I get on in London, click subscribe. Let me know how quickly you think I'll go. What's the best predictive tool you've got for running a marathon? Of course, the best predictive tool for how you're going to go in a marathon is one race, 42 kilometers, full effort. That's a pretty good predictor. But let's see how I go. And yeah, pretty exciting stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.